So I was talking about, 5 goals. Look, in this world, first and foremost thing, I will tell you, I've spoken about gratitude. I told you about giver, followed by taking control of your life. This is very important segment. Apart from that, I have told about, in life you have to have 3 skills. First I was talking about soft skills, hard skills, middle skills. Then I have given examples. I told about success has many uncles, failure is an orphan child. Okay. Then I gave you an example of, curd. Like, convert. If you take milk and convert into curd, curd won't again get back to its original shape or original liquid. So what I'm trying to tell you is, have that mentality, have that thought process. If you want to do something in life, you should do it that way. This is one segment. Now, about your career. Look, how to select your career. Career is quite important. It so happens nowadays you've got maximum opportunities. What you want to do in life is, I will tell you, don't mistake me, it has become a trend called blame game attitude. Blame game in the sense, he has that, I don't have this. She has that, I don't have that. So what you've got to do, no blame game in life. Be 100% truth. Whatever you do in life, how to overcome that? For that, career goals. Have your goal. Now, how you can, select your goal? How you can, I will give you the best example. Look, if you're going, to a, best of the best function, okay? I'm just giving an example. Now, you've got 7 to 8 types of desserts, Now, you love eating dessert, you love eating sweets. But the point here is, how much? You've got career. You want to become pilot, you want to become cricketer, you have so much options. But you're not taking care of that. So how to overcome that? I'll give an example. You've gone to a function, you've seen 8 to 9 types of desserts, you love to eat everything. What you will do? To be honest enough, you taste everything little. After some time, once you think that this is the best dessert, then you eat that. Then you swallow, then you gulp, I don't want to use the word, because you love that specific dessert. That's what I'm trying to tell you about your career. Career is like that. You taste everything. I'm not saying that taste in the sense you play cricket, you play hockey, you play basketball. It's not like that. I'm just telling you, understand. Introspect yourself. You know better than someone else. So find out that what is the best career for you. Then concentrate. Then go for it. But when you're going for it, don't go for half-hearted. Don't just think that, okay, he become a cricketer, he's making billions, so I want to become a cricketer. No, you might be great at football. You never know. So please have that thing in your mind. No copycat things. Don't mistake me, I'm using this word. Why? Because you are unique in this world. God Almighty has made you something extraordinary. For example, I'll give an example, okay? I am myself, okay? Now next to me, one handsomest person on the earth is standing, and we both took one selfie. Now tell me, after taking selfie, what I do? Will I see the handsomest person besides me's face, or I see myself first? I see myself first. I don't care who is next to me. I see how Fahim is looking. That's what individuality mentality. What I'm trying to tell you is that. So you take care of yourself. These are very important things. Now, to be good in life. Now I give an example of career, This is one example, no? You decide what you're good at. Might be you love to do, become a doctor. There are a number of options. Last time when I was, just giving a presentation at one reputed in international school, and there was a girl, and I asked her, hey, what do you want to become? Then she said, sir, I want to become a doctor. I told, excuse me, you can't become a doctor. She got shock of her life, and she said, excuse me, sir, sorry to tell you, when you asked me, what do you want to become? I said, I want to become a doctor, and you said, I can't become. I said, yes, miss, why I told that? Understand. The reason I say no for your question is, if you would have told me, sir, I want to become a cardiologist, I would have believed you. So your life, your goals should be specific. Your goals can't be general. You can't say that I've seen Virat Kohli, I want to become a cricketer. You've seen Cristiano, you say I want to become a footballer. You say I have seen Ambani, I want to become a businessman. It's not like that. Life doesn't happen just like that. So have that thing in your mind. Be specific. Honestly speaking, I'll give an example. Imagine, about the specific goal. So be specific in your life. That is quite important. Whatever you are doing, today onwards, take a religious commitment. Have short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. Evaluate yourself. Have a journal. Have a diary. Okay? Tell, today onwards, I want to do this. Might be you're good in information technology, or might be you're good in data science, might be you're good in AI, or there are so many innovation happening. You evaluate and concentrate. And trust me, if you possess these three qualities followed by your career goals, what is that? I'll tell you. For example, you've decided, I want to become a cricketer. Now your goal is quite clear. But for that, you've got to be discipline oriented. And discipline, after that, you just can't play today 24 hours and take a 1 month rest. No. Consistency should be there. So 3 things keep in your mind. Be clear in your goals. We call it as clarity. Fine. Second, discipline. Discipline is quite important. Followed by consistency. Clarity, discipline, consistency. If these 3 things you embrace, then you're going to have the best of the best in your life. Because you know everything quite clear. I want to become a pilot. So to become a pilot, I want to do this thing. These all things are quite important. Now, you understood about career. I have given example of desserts, whichever you like, you eat the most. First you check it out, what is what, how is what. Okay, this is what thing. Now to select your career, what? See, you know better than someone else. For example, if I tell you, hey, hero, you want to become a pilot, become pilot. Not like that. Take a questionnaire. Have quiz in yourself. When I go for maths, how I feel. When I do science, how I feel like that. And apart from that, timings are quite important. For example, if you want to, do mathematics, there are some students I have seen, they wake up early 4 o'clock and do maths. There are some students who do in late night. There are some people who does in the afternoon. So it's not that I'm saying that you do by this specific time. You decide, because you know better than about myself, about the timings I'm saying, nothing else. Okay, so be specific in your life. Don't be general. Hope you got it. Now, I'm talking about career goals. Now, life is all about, I told you one word. Okay, be good, be a giver. Now for that, have these 5 goals. If you really want to be successful in this life, have 5 goals. Mark my words, you can conquer the world. Now you might be thinking, what are those 5 goals? Trust me. First and foremost thing, take care of your personal goal. What is personal goal? Be healthy. Maintain. Take care of yourself. Imagine if I'm not good, do you think that I can sit and talk? Not possible. So first, health is quite important. For that, personal goal is quite important. Be tidy, be neat, be clean. We call it as, there is in Urdu, Paki Aada Iman hai. That means you've got to be very clean, you've got to be very tidy. This is quite important. Because imagine, for example, I'll give an example of, during Corona time, what happened? You go outside, once you come inside, you will wash 5 times. Why? Because outside things shouldn't touch your skin. Because what touched your skin comes into blood. That's how life is all about. So personal goals. Personal means your health. Take care of that. That is quite important. Second is professional goal. Professional means, just now we discussed about career. What do you want to become? How you want to become? Then have clear goals. Then consistency, followed by discipline. All these things. So be professional. Whatever you want. Because mark my words, if you do hard work, there is one more phrase I'll just tell you. Hard work never goes unrewarded. When you work hard, God Almighty will shower all the blessings and success touches. Please have that. Hard work never goes unrewarded. So work hard. I'm not saying that don't work smart. Work smart, but definitely hard work matters. I've given an example. I think you know about Thomas Alva Edison. He tried, creating, innovating, bulb. 9,999 times he tried that. When his friends came and said, hey Hiro, what you're doing, I think you've 9,999 times you failed. So what Mr. Thomas Alva Edison, what he said? He said, look, I have not failed 9,999 times. I tried 9,999 times. Imagine the creativity, imagine the innovation, imagine the thought process, imagine the mindset, what he has. He said that I'm not a failure. I have tried so many times. When last time, that 10,000 time, he was successful. That's what he said. This is the time I am successful. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That is mindset. By this mindset, I'll give an example. Last time when I was in New York, I just met to an office. I'm talking about the mindset. I was just having a coffee in the, I just went to an office. I just, the person, in India we call it as, we have office boy, they come and serve you coffee, something like that. And the person was there. I just went and he said, hey bro, what's up? Casual talks were going on. He just served me a cup of coffee. I was quite thankful because he served me a cup of coffee. I said, hey, thank you bro, you served me a cup of coffee. I'm quite delighted. I just want to ask you, how's life? All casually we asked. Then meanwhile I was saying, hey bro, what you do? Casually asked this question, and the answer, what he gave, astonished me. I got surprised. Trust me, I don't know what's happening. I thought he's trying to, say something extraordinary, like we call it as exaggerating the things. It was not like that. When I asked him, excuse me, how come you're saying that? He gave an example. I'm sorry about that. I just asked casually, hey bro, what you're doing? He said, I am sending people to the moon. You imagine a person who served me a cup of coffee. I'm talking about the mindset. I said, hey, you just served me a cup of coffee and you're claiming and you're saying that I am sending people to the moon. How it is possible? Then he told me, look, officer, look, brother. When my officer comes to office at 10:30, I serve him a strong, hot cup of coffee. And my officer, he drinks that hot coffee and he becomes active, he is positive, and he is sending people to the moon. And I'm the part of that mission. Imagine what he's saying, what his thought process, his mindset. He said that I'm sending people to the moon, and I asked how. He said, I'm serving coffee at the right time to my officer because I'm serving right time. He's happy and he's happy because he's active and he's sending people to the moon. That is the mindset. I'm telling you, involve yourself. Never ever just say that I can't do, he can't do. No. Today onwards, it's a great new beginning. I'm telling you, because I travel, I've got blessings of my parents. Trust me, I don't know how so lucky I've become. It's a fact, most of the individuals desire, dream. I've traveled so many countries. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to tell you. It happened because of my parents' blessing. Because I listened to my parents. What they said, I believe. If they said this is correct, I trust that. Because one thing, understand, when someone trusts you, don't distrust. I'm telling you, these are the experience which I'm giving you, and you can conquer. Now I was talking about personal goal, professional goal. Now professional goal, I gave you an example. Whatever you want to become, you become. Now the third thing which is quite important is, watch. Family goal. Imagine you become an IS officer. So your professional life is great. You become a great, healthy person. So your personal life is good. But imagine your brother next to your door, he hasn't ate good food and you're eating best of the best food on the earth. Do you think you're taking care of your family? You've got the best of the best BMW car and your brother doesn't have a bike and you are saying that I'm a family-oriented person. Do you think it's correct? Absolutely not. So what I'm trying to tell you, I will give you an example. For example, I'm wearing a 1 lakh watch and I've got an ordinary shirt and I got an ordinary trouser. People will look at me and say, excuse me, what is that? There is no matching. What I'm trying to tell you, if you become successful, if your family is not successful, what's the point? So what I'm trying to tell you is, have that thing in your mind. That comes in family. Family goal is quite important. Have that thing in your mind. Personal goal, professional goal, family goal. These three things are so important, so important. Everyone follows that. But the person who is a philanthropist, the person who comes in the giver bracket, the person who is a gracious, who is having the gratitude of attitude, the person who people love to salute, the moment you walk at the street, people wantedly or unintentionally their hands raise up to salute you because the respect what you possess. And how respect comes, because when you become a giver, when you're giving something to the people, they love you. Might be you're seen in your locality, might be you have seen somewhere, you have gone to the function, there 10 person comes, Among 10, there is a one person, once he passes through, automatically your hand just raises and your hand say hello, salute. Why? Because of the respect, because you know the person is a giver. At 9% you ignore. So what I'm trying to tell you is, that is quite important. We call that as society goal. People who are taking care of society, everyone loves them. So these things are so important in life. Most of the individuals, they either go for 1, max 2, max to max 3 goals. No. Have that pack. All this makes a punch. Have that thing in your mind. Okay? Hope you're getting my point. So society goal, we call it as philanthropist. Everyone loves that. Embrace that quality. People, because see, look, don't mistake me, everyone eats. What is the point? God Almighty has sent you on this earth, this beautiful earth. You make green, you make happy, you give happiness to the world. So this is the point, okay? And obviously, everyone, you have to be very honest enough, because life is not that, you make billions in a wrong way. Don't do that, because, we call it as aklo halal. When you do something good, that is quite important. Otherwise, what's the point? If you're a doctor, don't mind, I'm not just giving an example. If someone comes and says that I've got a problem, and you're saying that you've got a big problem and you're taking lots of money, what's the point? If you're a teacher, if you're not giving proper education and you're taking a lot of money, what's the point? If you're a cricketer and you're India when India needs, and if you're not batting, then what's the point? If your family needs and if you're not helping, what's the point? So what I'm trying to tell you is, your duty, you do 100%. Never ever do half-heartedly. Whatever is in your capacity. I'm not saying that go beyond. For example, if I'm 5'9", and then someone comes and say that, hey, Mr. Fahim, you become 6, not possible. What is in my hand I can do? Yeah, I can become more smart, I can become more slim, I can be more handsome, I can do a lot of things which is in my hand. But the things which are not in my hand, I can't do that. Okay, hope you're getting. So these things are quite important. Life is all about goals, okay? 5 things, you keep that. Now, the best thing what I want to tell you is about your career. What is that? See, if you become great, because of you, thousands, more than that, people will have the food. Because of one good person. Imagine if I'm doing good, they'll ask, who is Fahim? From where he belongs? From which country he belongs? When I travel, no one will say, who is Fahim? He say, what's your passport? Where are you from? Proudly say, I'm an Indian. So what I'm trying to tell you is, this is quite important. When you're going abroad, no one say, what Fahim, what XYZ, no. Who is this guy? Hey, he's an Indian. That's what I'm trying to tell you is, have that thing in your mind. Think about a lovable India. Be a giver. Don't always crib. Don't always say, I haven't got this benefit, I haven't got what you gave. Have that thing in your mind. Nowadays, what's happening? What's happening? Everyone expects, if something comes to me, that's good. If someone is not helping, they'll feel bad. No. Think what you're going to give to them. That is important. That is the success. That is the glory. That's where you glorify it. That is love. I'm telling you, mark my words, these are so crucial things in life. I'm telling you, last time I was talking to one person, he said me, bro, I don't have money, but I want to study in Oxford. I say, look, what do you want? He said, I need 60 lakhs. I need plus, I've got a great credentials, but I can't study. I just gave an example. Look, I can't give you money, but I can give you the best of the best advice. He said, what's that? I took him to the best of the best CEO. I connected him. I told, look, officer, he's my friend. He doesn't have money. If you can help him, what he does? The CEO called up to my friend. He told, look, I'll help you, but one condition. He said, what is that condition? He said, I'll give you 60 lakhs. Once you get admitted in Oxford, once you graduated from that reputed institute, once you come back from there, once you get your degree, you've got to come back to my company. You've got to work for 2 years without I paying you anything. You imagine? That's how deals happens. That's how we call it as collaboration. That's how the mentality. That's how connections happens. Now it is not like that earlier when things were, when I was a child, if I want to get something, I've got to literally, physically go somewhere, talk to someone. Thanks to my parents, they have given the best of the best life. I'm quite thankful. But what I'm trying to tell you is earlier days were not so much. Not today on fingertips. If you want to get information of any person, you will get information. If you want to get education on any university, you will get that. So what I'm trying to tell you, these are the things. Hope you are getting what I'm explaining. Okay. Now, life, take it as it goes. Don't try to perplex it. Don't confuse it. Usually what's happening, youngsters, they've got great opportunities.